Hello, everyone. This is Minister William, or Reverend Will if you wish, and this is the sermon for September 25th, 2022. And as always, we will start with a moment of silence for prayer, meditation, or what have you. All right, thank you. Today's sermon will be called Race of Life, and as always, is on alltimeshortstories.com. It's not hard to desire victory in all of your endeavors. When the world seems so competitive and ruthless, especially if you're a boy growing up with those values, a boy grew up in a similar environment where winning was all that was valued, and he longed to succeed. The boy was good at running, so he called everyone in nearby village villages for a race. A large group of people from around the world came to see this exciting event. The boy had been training hard for this race. He ran among the strongest boys from around the villages, and it like heat on a fish looked like heat on a finish line. But the young boy came out victorious. The crowd went wild with delight as they cheerfully waved banners praising him. The boy loved the attention. It made him feel happy and vital. There were several types of races: sprint, a long distance, relays, etc. The boy was unbeatable in all the races he competed in. The crowd loved him even more after each victory. They clapped with excitement. The boy felt proud of his accomplishments. But among the crowd was a wise older man who did not seem as impressed with the boy's feats as the rest. Just as the boy thought all the races were for the day were over, the old man shouted from the crowd, "There is one more race left, the most important one." The boy was initially surprised by the additional race, but he was confident he could win any race. The old man brought out two new competitors for the boy, a blind man and a frail old lady. "What type of race is this? I can easily win them," the boy exclaimed. "The most important one," said the old man. So the boy ran the race as he knew he would win this time too. When the boy crossed the finish line, the blind man was still at the start, and the old lady had just started moving. The boy was triumphant, and he raised his hands in ecstasy after his victory. When he noticed that the crowd wasn't cheering, to his disbelief, the crowd was very silent. No one was clapping or cheering for his win. The boy was shocked. So he asked the old man what had happened. The old man said, "Let's start the race again, but all three of your finishes together this time. But all three of you finish together this time." The boy raced again, but he helped and guided the blind man, supported the old lady, and walked along with her this time. Finally, all three crossed the finish line together. The crowd cheered and clapped, which may have been louder than any earlier. The boy was confused. Who is the crowd cheering? All three of them finished the race together. So he asked the old man, "Who is the winner of this race? Who is the crowd cheering for?" The wise old man put his hand around the boy's shoulders and answered, "Boy, you have won much more in this race than any other race you have ever run. And in this race, the crowd is not cheering for any winners. What are you running for? What are you running for in your life? Do you desire success? Is victory the only determination for you in your life, or is your action just to win over everyone? At the end of your life, it is not whether you won the race, but whom did you run next to? Were they weaker, older, or disadvantaged? Did you help them to the finish line, or were you just concerned about your wins? Because life is not all about winning. It's about moving together and helping others who are far less fortunate than us. As you all know, I'm always preaching about helping others, bettering everybody's life, bettering other people's life when you can, and coming together as one. But, you know, there's no but that is one thing this church is mostly built upon. Sometimes when we're trying to win or get ahead in life, we can forget that the people we're running the race with, those who are not as strong as us, are not as young or whatever as us, and they need a little help, and we're there to help. We can be there to help them, and all come across the finish line together, and all win, and all help each other. And like I always say, when we all come together, the possibility is endless. And even if you think I'm beating a dead horse and doing a lot of different sermons about helping one another and helping better other people's life, that is the only way things will get better. We can't just be selfish. We have to look out for one another. Otherwise, nothing will get better. So, what are you running for? Remember, everyone, when we all come together, the possibilities are endless. I'll see you next week. Thank you.